looking at?
Stupid battle droids, get out of the way! Hello there. This is General Grievous, and you are watching Southern Comic Geek.
Roger, roger.
What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at when you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or on the rewind. This is Southern Comic Geek, and we are here showing off the comic books, original art, action figures. Oh my, yes, that's right. A play on the Wizard of Oz, obviously. Appreciate you for watching this. Before we get into all this comic book goodness, go ahead and drop the hammer down on that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. So when videos like this go live or up ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. Talking about people that we appreciate, how about the ever-growing list of channel members, people that are supporting the channel through the Patreon and or YouTube membership. If you are interested in the benefits of either one of those or both of those, you can see the links in the description below. And visit bcwsupplies.com for all those protections of those cards, comics, vinyl records, newspapers, coins, etc. Use the coupon code SCG at checkout and save yourself 10% on the order. Also, if you're watching this the weekend of July the 4th, I hope that you are going to have a good 4th of July weekend, as it were. But I'm also running a sale on the first exclusive of the channel, which is the Power Ninja Tunes one-shot for the Hulk 181 homage. And if you are interested in either of the available prints or books rather left, then you can hit me up over on IG, and it is 30% off. That's right, 30% off. This is the regular cover, and there is one at the time of this recording foil cover available left. The golds are sold out. This is what the back looks like. So I even had a request to sign one. So if you want me to sign it, you got to let me know. Otherwise, I'll assume you don't. But appreciate everybody that has supported the channel through the purchase of those exclusives. We got Superior Hero Reviews up in the house. What's going on? One of the channel members. Appreciate you for dropping by. Also, the Gray Man from all the way across the pond. How are things across the pond, Gray Man? We were talking about channel membership. One of the benefits of channel membership are the monthly giveaways. Last month, the monthly giveaway was this book right here, The Amazing Spider-Man 6.0 newsstand copy of the first full appearance of Venom. And if you were a channel member, you automatically got 10 chances to win that right there. And then for every $1 of super chat that you gave, you also got a chance to win. So next week, be sure that you've hit that bell notification. Follow me over on IG just in case YouTube does not do its notification work for you. And you will know when I'm going to go live to give this book away. I've got to put all of the chances that people got into the wheel, and we will spin it live and do that. And probably at that time, also talk about what the next giveaway is going to be for the month of July. So there you go. So first up on the docket today, after we got all of those things out of the way, the first thing on the docket today is a package I received from Adrian APM, one of the channel members and also the man of a million voices. Adrian APM was on my channel on a Monday night and purchased these I purchased these books from him. I have, of course, Batman 198 forward, and been just kind of toying with the idea of doing like 100 forward and just kind of backing in from the low end of the ones that I needed. He threw this up in a lot, and I said, well, I've already got those, so I didn't bid on it, but I bought this one individually from him. This is Batman 133, appearance of Batmite right there. And Bathound, look at Bathound. Ruff, ruff. He also threw these books in for me here. This is Batman number 3 from the current run. This is the Tim Sale cover. And then also number 4 of that same run, another Tim Sale cover. So he threw those in there for me for free. So appreciate Adrian APM for your channel membership and support, as well as the cool books. So I mentioned my channel exclusive comic earlier and showed off the pictures for that. So there are other covers for that same book. And I said I'd really like to get a hold of some of the original art. So that's what I did. So this is a page out of the book, original art page out of the book. This is page 12, as you can see up here, and you can see it's signed right here. So at the time I was looking at this, most of the pages, most of the covers were still available, and unfortunately. Fortunately, I was able to take my pick. Normally, you would pick like a big splash page or the first page, or normally more expensive. They were not in this case. So what I wanted to get out of the art, because you just don't have enough room for all this stuff, right? Never saw the front of that comic. Are you talking about the channel exclusive? There is the front cover right there. Yeah, Duck Dodgers on the 21st and a half century. So yes, so Power Ninja Tunes is a parody, kind of like Do You Poo and all that kind of stuff, like Poo DeLorean and Dead Poo and Tiggerverse, Tigum as they call it, Tigger and Venom. So it's a parody deal, and it mixes Power Rangers, Looney Tunes, and Ninja Turtles. And I wanted to get a page that had most of the characters on it. So this is the reason why I picked this page. So it has Duck Dodgers, as Gray Man pointed out. This is Zordon from the Power Rangers, but as we know, this is Porky Pig. And if you look right here, all the characters are lined up. So you've got the Ninja Turtles, you've got the Last Ronin, you've got the Looney Tunes characters who are also Power Rangers. There's the Tasmanian Devil and Tweety's down here and all that kind of stuff. So this is the page that I felt had the most characters on there, because, you know, you just got to kind of draw the line somewhere, or we try to draw the line somewhere when it comes to space, the funds, which ones are you going to pick over another one? And I felt like this one had more value to me than the first page, which, I mean, it was the first page, but I mean, it wasn't like a big deal. I would have liked a Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, he's on there somewhere. And let's see where he's at. So there's Roadrunner. Okay, there he is right there. And there's Roadrunner right here. And there's Tweety. So yeah, so this is the one that had the most characters on there. I would have liked a cover of the one that I did. It was done digitally, so it was no bueno, but there was a cover available for an homage. So I picked up a copy of this and I showed it off in a video that I recently done. This is another one of the covers that's available, I think, on Joel's R Collectibles website. And it is, of course, an homage to TMNT #1. And so I picked up the original cover art for that. So that was pretty cool. And it, too, is signed right here. And so Power Ninja Tunes cover right there. And the pose. And, of course, this is the Last Ronin. And then they've got the Looney Tunes / Power Ranger characters here. And then also Michelangelo. And it shows the artist after Eastman and Laird. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So on the right. So this would be the Last Ronin. So the Last Ronin, the current arc that's set in the future apocalyptic type world. Of course, the Last Ronin is Michelangelo, as we all know. So the thing with parody, and just for those of you who might not be familiar with the Power Ninja Tunes, so when you're dealing with copyrights and parody laws, you have they sent this in. They sent the story in to Warner Brothers, and presumably the other media is involved, but Warner Brothers obviously owns Looney Tunes. And they had to actually redo some pages. Warner Brothers did not. The last picture. Who is on the right? I don't know if that's Pepe Le Pew. Maybe that might be Pepe Le Pew. Yeah. Yeah, because there's Sylvester over on the other side. But yeah, it might be Pepe Le Pew. But anyway, so dealing with copyright laws, you have to. Warner Brothers said, no, we don't like the way you view it, and you can't do reprints. So so you can't do reprints, and so there'll only be all of the Power Ninja tunes, whether you got my cover or another one, are limited in nature. My cover is the smallest print run. So there were 50 that were printed of the regular cover, and Jaws Arc kept 10 of them. I know for his collection and people that helped with the book, to the artist, etc. So there were only 40 that were released to the public. And so then on the foil, there were only 10 that were made, and the gold, there were only 5 that were made. So the gold are gone. There's one foil that's still available and 20-something of the regular covers. Okie doke. But that is the original art. So thought that was pretty cool to add to the PC there. And I also got an AOK from Legion of Comics. Mark over at Legion of Comics, big supporter of the channel. He's actually when I finally announced and put up for sale the channel exclusive, he was the first one to purchase them. So his number, so I have the number ones, and he has the number twos. He has a set of number twos, so all his are say number 2 on. And he also was one of the first channel members to the channel, so a big supporter of the channel, so appreciate him. And he knows I got an AOK headed his way. I'll get another signature for it. But went to his one of his LCSs there in Savannah, Georgia, and he was he said, any of these you need? And I said, yeah, this one right here. So this is from Magnus number 1. This is the retailer review copy of Magnus 1 from the Acclaim / Valiant stuff. So it's not the original Magnus run, but this is when Acclaim rebooted everything. This is the retailer review copy. So they send it out. Hopefully the retailers, the comic shops would order some at that point. So it has not the whole comic, but enough to get people hopefully interested in. It's funny, it says 1997, rare. Was anything rare in 97 when it comes to comics? Yeah, I mean, these were distributed to comic shops. So a lot of times the shops would get done with them and just throw them away, especially at that point in the late 90s as the comic craze was exploding and falling apart. Certainly Acclaim did not have the luster that Valiant originally had, so it was kind of going the way of the dodo bird. So a lot of those comics that shouldn't have been rare became rare just by virtue of people throwing them away. Kind of the same thing with errors. Used to with these error comics that people would say, oh, I don't want that. It's messed up. Well, nowadays people are like, well, because it was messed up, people throw them away, and therefore it creates the scarcity. So there is that. But so appreciate Mark for looking out for me and picking that up and mailing that my way. Now, a couple of other things we are going to show off today. Thank you to the 12 folks that are hanging out, just sitting there casually viewing or viewing really intently. I don't know. But picked up this from GameStop. I had pre-ordered this from GameStop. This is the Cal Kestis Star Wars Black Series figure. So Cal Kestis was a Padawan who escaped Order 66 and part of the Jedi, or the main character rather, for the Jedi Fallen Order game. As you can see, he's got several lightsabers, a hood, looks like a Jedi holocron, as well as the little droid and little creature that's his little friends. And these Black Series figures are pretty cool, but I just haven't brought myself because packaging is so nice to open them up and display them as I have some of my other ones, or I guess all of my other ones, not to include the Pops. I don't open those, but all the other action figures that I have. I've got an ever growing pack, and I've got to figure out a way to, on the Black Series figures, especially for like the Stormtroopers, because there's so many variations of them. I don't want to accidentally get multiple ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got 10 figures that I haven't opened that are right there. And I've got some Marvel Legends figures because I wait and open them up when I get all of the pieces to the Build-A-Figure. Brandon Looney Tunes fan, what's up? Captain Comics, happy birthday to you as well. I do like Joffrey Castro, what's up? So I got this from GameStop also. This is from the Dark Knight Death Metal series. And I had picked up the Robin King the other day. So that one was kind of a no-brainer. But I really hate to just have just a one piece. I wouldn't mind having the Dark Father. It doesn't thrill me as much as the Bane or the Merciless figure did, but I'm like, yeah, it's still cool, still Batman. So what do you do? But all of the figures in this line really didn't appeal to me. The Superman, the Batman with the guitar is cool, but it's an exact same figure minus the sickle. It's the exact same figure, it's just with the guitar. And I've got one that has the pops. I'm like, I don't know. But the Wonder Woman figure is pretty dope. And it's got the chainsaw that she made from the Magic Lasso of Truth. And so we are going to open this up and check out this figure. Hopefully everybody is doing great today or this evening, wherever you're at when you're watching this. Go ahead and smash that like button. I will say while I'm opening this up, so Brandon, did you notice the Power Ninja tunes that I threw up a while ago? Were you on here then, or did you just get into the chat? I will say that I have started selling on Whatnot. If you're not familiar with the app, check it out. It's in the Google Play Store or in the iTunes Store, either one. And it's an app that you can watch live sales. They also just post regular sales on there, but you have to get approved to do the live sale thing. So I got approved, did my first 2 sales yesterday in the afternoon and then also last night, and got a bunch of stuff going out today. So it was a pretty cool little deal. I don't think I'm going to give up the YouTube auction scene. I think it goes hand in hand because it seems like the people on the Whatnot app are just looking for different stuff than what the people on the YouTube auction scene do. So a lot of the stuff that I couldn't sell on one, I could sell on the other, vice versa. So check that out if you're not already on there. So these are the cards that normally come with this. Normally there is art. They'll like lift it from the cover of one of the books or whatever, but this is actually a picture of the action figure imposed, and then also they put the lightning back there. So it's a little bit different than what they normally do. So that's the card that comes with that. And so I always love sniffing these action figures. Probably in a couple of years they'll say, "No, that's poisonous. This probably causes cancer." And that'd be a bad deal. Okay, so this is the figure that comes with that is the Dark Father's cape. And like the Robin King cape, it kind of more looks like a silky type fabric, just looking at it in the light, but it is the hard plastic. So you can, since we have it, go ahead and pop his head on there. Of course, like I said, the bad thing about it is now I'm going to say, oh, I hate to, because I said, well, I hate to only have one. Now I'm going to say, oh, I hate to have, we'll figure it out in a minute. It's like looking in the mirror, y'all. I hate to have this and not have the arms and legs. So what do you do? Oh, really? Wow. You sound like a big Looney Tunes fan. Well, you like Looney Tunes, obviously, what you know. So, this is the magic chainsaw of truth. Yeah. Okay. So there's not going to be any lies told when they get a hold of you with this chainsaw because, well, you're going to be dead. There's not going to be any lies. So there you go. So there you go. So she's got kind of some blue hair going on. Kind of got a big Barda feel, Mr. Miracle's wife. Same thing with the cape. Looks a lot more cloth-like, but it's actually plastic. And a typical Wonder Woman regale, looking like Big Bardas for sure. So no flex in her ankles, but in her the tip of her feet, and then her feet all together. There is some flexibility. Kind of spread around there. Just a really cool deal. So I'm going to get her going up against the Batman Who Laughs. We'll figure it out in a minute. We're going to get her going up against the Batman Who Laughs like she did in Dark Knight's Death Metal. Of course, I've got the regular Batman Who Laughs, and then also I've got the Batman Who Laughs with the wings, the Hawkman wings. So got both of those going on. So Diana Prince, not something that somebody you want to someone you want to mess with, and take down the Batman Who Laughs. And also always they put these in here, so I always like those. And bend her foot just a little bit. There we go. So that helps with them standing up. So I got this figure the other day, and I'm not normally, like I said, I normally don't open the figures if it's a Build-A-Figure until I got them all. But since I'm kind of up in the air on the Darkfather, I went ahead and opened these. And then this one, I don't know why I didn't open the other day when I showed I bought it. So this is another one that I had pre-ordered from GameStop. This is the Batman Beyond. So the Batman Beyond line, I was thinking the Batman Beyond line, there was actually a Build-A-Figure of it, or maybe there's a different Batman Beyond. No, but this is the Batman Beyond. Now this one comes with a stand-up feature, which normally or in the air, I guess I should say, feature that they provide with these, and you can kind of hold him up like he is flying. This is the card here, again, using a picture of the action figure as opposed to a comic picture. I don't know what that's about. It's something new or just these particular ones. But, I never was big into Batman Beyond. When I was growing up, it was Batman the Animated Series. I think the Batman Beyond series came a little bit later, so I can understand where some would be more Batman Beyond in their likes than me. Kind of same thing with Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers, or better example of this would be like Transformers versus Power Rangers. So Transformers and He-Man came out in the 80s, whereas Power Rangers didn't come out to the 90s. So you have a different generation sometimes, depending on your age, that like one versus another. But if it's Batman, I can typically get behind it. And it looked really cool, especially when you posed him up. The black armor with the red bat on there. Let me turn this mic off so y'all don't. All right. Well, you're going to be glad I saved you from that. What to do, Pikachu? What's up, Soul Twice? How are you doing this afternoon? All right. So this is the Batman Beyond figure. Those wings were the devil to get out. So you can do the wings up. And there is a place. You see the little holes right here? There's a hook on his gauntlets that goes into that. So he's gliding. So like he is gliding right there. So pretty cool. You know, Batman, well, I guess Batman Beyond probably came out before Nightwing did. What's up, Adrian Panda Awesome, one of the channel members up in the house, says, got your exclusives the other day and opening them tomorrow on the Sunday Mail Call. Sweet. So that is that. You can kind of flex his legs back. Let's hook him up to, so you can kind of pose him in the air, kind of like so. And the other cool thing is this right here. So if you're familiar with the Batman Beyond character, you know that obviously he has technology that the classic Batman did not have. I guess the Bat utility belt kept on expanding until the point to where we see Batman Beyond in the future. But with the holes that are in his feet, you've got the flame effect, so it looks like he's hovering there. So that's pretty cool. And they typically have multiple versions of the hands. The ones that he has now are more claw-like, and then you have more look like trigger fingers almost. And then you got to have a batarang. It's not complete without a batarang, which is no good with the current hand structure or the fact that he's in full flight mode. But if I wanted to do some other poses and pictures, which I probably will, I need to do some more pictures with mine, like fights with Merciless Batman. And, I did one with all of the figures minus the Flash because I forgot all about him and couldn't find one. And probably get that. So the Batman Beyond, who does Batman Beyond fight? Anybody in the chat, or if you're watching this on the rewind down below, let me know who Batman Beyond fights. I know he fights an older version of Joker, but I don't think there is a thing for that. So, in his first appearance, doesn't he meet Bizarro? So maybe I've got a Bizarro figure, so maybe that I could use that. The Comic Forge, what is going on, Comic Forge? NQ, okay. So you can kind of see how he's in flight there. So pretty dope with the flame effects out of the boot. Ink. Oh yeah. Ink. Okay, yeah, I remember that because I think he did in the first miniseries. They did where he fought that character Ink, because I think that's his first appearance as well. Because, and like I said again, I'm not really as familiar with Batman Beyond as I am with obviously Bruce Wayne Batman, or even one of the iterations like Nightwing or Batgirl, or any of those in quote current times, as opposed to the future deal. But I believe that Batman Beyond has a following. I think that they're going to start having some Batman Beyond short stories in the Urban Legends. I think there's so many miniseries with Batman going on right now. I'm trying to remember, but I think it's Urban Legends that has a cover, a Matina cover with Batman Beyond. It's pretty sick looking, and he was going to be in doing some short stories of that, which is kind of cool. So if you could get his head to like go all the way up, that'd be pretty cool. Like he's lifting off. I've seen some of these action figure people, and they show their little tricks behind the scenes. And like in this case, he would actually take his head off and have some like glue or something so that it gives the illusion that his face is looking up at you like that. But then you get the effect of it actually coming at you, and that would be pretty cool if you're a nerd like that. And so, if you get into all these other things, I think it was Comic Fu that I was watching, because occasionally in dealing with comics, especially in this current market, occasionally with comics, you get to the point where you get tired of the stories, or you don't want to pay the high price, or you get all the keys that were on your runs that were on your want list, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'll pick up a few books here and there, but you really have nothing that you're looking at, or nothing that you can afford that you would want. And so the toys typically offer me that kind of escape. I'm playing in the same wheelhouse, but maybe not to the level financially, or kind of just a different avenue or take on it. And then eventually you come back to the comics, because you get to, like, for instance, with this Batman Beyond, mentioned already that I never read any of the Batman Beyond, wasn't a kid at the time that the cartoon was coming out, so wasn't into it. But with the action figure and how cool it looks and all that kind of stuff, that doesn't mean I start getting some Batman Beyond comics and start reading those. So it offers kind of a little escape, but not an escape. So instead of getting out of the hobby altogether because of lack of interest, your interest, comes and goes for various reasons, whether they're financial interest in current storylines or art, whatever. And then you can always come back to that. So there is Terry McGinnis. So pretty cool. Brandon says Roadrunner and Coyote is his favorite. Like I said, Brandon, I'm not sure if you were in the chat earlier when I was showing off the original art for the Power Ninja Tunes, which I have, the exclusive cover that's the homage for Hulk 181. But what's up, Rock City? Hadn't seen you a month of Sundays. What's been going on with you? But this is the original, one of the original art pages for Power Ninja Tunes. This is page 12. It's signed right here. And this is the page that had the most characters on it, as you can see down here. And I guess technically here too. So this will go in my ever increasing portfolio over there that holds my original art and print pieces that I've gotten signed for the most part, and that's where this is going to go. So, yep, Roadrunner and Coyote are Power Rangers in this. There's a Roadrunner right there, and Coyote is right there. Hey, I know the feeling, man. And it's like I was talking about, whether it's financial or whatever, sometimes you just have to kind of step away, step back, and evaluate some stuff, see where you're at, and kind of go from there. And so instead of getting tempted too terribly bad, you can kind of get distracted. And true enough that figures cost is like, 25 to $30 just for a regular figure, like I was showing with the Batman Beyond or even the Wonder Woman. So they're not free. But when you're talking about some comics getting in these astronomical prices, they certainly can seem free comparatively. So let's do this right here. So up and coming on the channel, I am going to be supposed to be doing an interview with Tim Latte, who's done work with Ghostbusters and oh crap, I think he's done some Ninja Turtle stuff. So he's coming out with his own Indiegogo deal, which I funded because I met him the other day at the Showcase Con. And he's supposed to be coming on the channel. We're going to be talking about it while he's on the channel. So be sure that you hit that bell notification so you don't miss that if that is something that interests you. If not, I'm sure there's something else that'll be coming up that will, such as this right here. So if you're a channel member and you entered to win through Super Chats, then this is going to be given away because this was the giveaway for the month of June, a 6.0 copy for newsstand copy for the first full appearance of Venom found in ASM 300. So that is going to be given away next week. Be sure to hit that bell notification. Follow me over on Instagram so that if the bell notifications fail to do what they are supposed to do, then you will know that way. Also, if you're not already, follow me over on Whatnot, the Whatnot app, which is on Android and iOS platforms. And I am selling over there. So did my first 2 sales yesterday, sold 69 books. And plan on doing that in conjunction with my auctions on YouTube. I did want to show off in person, if you will. This is the last available copy of the Power Ninja Tunes, the foil edition. As you can see right here, after Trimpe. Let's see. This is issue 8 of 10. So there were 10 foils. I have some sets that are at CBCS right now. So hopefully they'll be coming back pretty soon. And I fully expect, these things were super, super clean, all of them. Fully expect 9/8 or 9/9 even. It'd be awesome to get like a 9/9 on the first channel exclusive. Also signed the back of one of those sets. And that's going to be pretty cool because I'll get a yellow label. Phil Elling, what is going on with you? So that is currently the last one that's available. The golds are all gone. And the regulars, I still have varying numbers of those. So let's see what and somebody reaching out to me. Okay. And showed this earlier. This is the AOK that I got from Legion of Comics, which is the retailer preview of Magnus #1. So glad to add that to the so Valiant Comics. I have even as extensive as my Batman stuff is. I have, which is the majority of my DC. I have more Valiant Comics than I do DC. If you add them all together. So, and Marvel's the most. Because when you got the X-Men and Incredible Hulk, Wolverine, Cable, that's going to be the majority of them right there. So as we get ready to wrap this thing up, I appreciate those of you who came and hung out with me today. Let me throw that up there. Appreciate those of you who have joined the channel and supported the channel through membership. There's a list of the creators and YouTube channel members, both on the YouTube and the Patreon side. If you are interested in joining the channel, the links are in the description below. There's varying membership tiers on the Patreon side. There's only one on the YouTube side. And if you're interested, the benefits are in, after you click those links, you see what the benefits are. And if you buy a lot of books from me, you'll probably find more value in the Patreon membership, because I do free books every month on one level, and then also do free shipping. So it essentially pays for itself if you're buying a lot of books from me. And of course, with the YouTube, when you get the various icons and stuff like emojis that you normally get. What's going on, Gray Man? Saying bye all. Appreciate you for stopping by, Gray Man. Remember this, if you...
The Sword of Omens tells me that you're watching Southern Comic Geek. Thundercats. Ho!
Until next time, folks, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.